and welcome back to LNG TV. We're really fortunate to sit down with Suzanne Ko, President of China Gas Marketing for ExxonMobil. Had the opportunity to cover a number of things. We talked about the race for LNG in 2023, the importance of DEI in fueling a successful energy transition, and PowerPlay, and specifically as we look out to CERAweek and the platform's 5th year. So much to talk about. Enjoy.
Women in LNG in association with PowerPlay, presented by ExxonMobil.
So Suzanne, great to see you. Diving straight in, we've got sort of Europe and Asia in a race for LNG. 2022 was a very interesting year. With supply and demand pretty imbalanced, what can we expect to see in 2023?
Will, great to see you again. Everybody is talking about how unprecedented is 2022. And we all know that the role the LNG market plays in providing energy security and diversity for supply and demand needs becomes crystal clear. Natural gas, versatile, abundant, lower emission fuels, with the right long-term focus on investment infrastructure, ensuring stable, secure supplies, we know that natural gas can be delivered globally at a very reasonable cost, whether it's to Europe or to Asia. And last year's events are highlighting this imperative, as gas and LNG markets have been disrupted, unfortunately, by events in Ukraine and Russia. Wind and solar were unable to fill the energy supply gap. Energy markets turned to their next best option, coal. As a result, coal consumption has increased across the globe. About 40%, as we all know, of today's world electricity is still being generated using coal. So clearly, there is enormous opportunity this year and for many more years to come and around the world for us to say that, coal to gas switching is necessary because gas provides meaningful emission reduction by generating power with gas, resulting in only half or less of the greenhouse gas emission by burning coal, while also significantly improving air quality. We have mentioned before, in ExxonMobil, we plan to nearly double our LNG supply portfolio between 2022 and 2030. We are working to move forward multiple LNG investment strategically placed around the world, Papua New Guinea, Mozambique, Qatar, US Gulf Coast, to bring diversity of supply opportunities in key geographic places to meet the needs of our customers. Our strategic focus is to continue to grow the quality as well as the flexibility of our LNG portfolio so that we can meet our customer needs for competitive and secure gas supply that will help to drive down emissions as well as to accelerate coal to gas switching, which is very important.
So you talked a little bit about transition there. It kind of got me thinking. I'd argue that a successful energy transition is also going to be a cultural transition for those within the energy industry. So from the perspective of an energy leader, what would be some of your considerations, or what would be some of the key elements that you need to be looking at if we're going to be getting these smart, new talent into the energy industry moving forward?
Yeah, real great question. I don't know what drives you, but I believe what drives me, and I also understand from many of the young people coming up, purpose to them is extremely important. And in my mind, our purpose in ExxonMobil, creating sustainable solutions that improve quality of life, as well as to meet society evolving needs. To me, this purpose is very important. And that's why, I bring a lot of passion to my work. And I always joke about it. I joined the company, the industry, more than 30 years ago. And I still remember the first day I joined, very exciting, very passionate. And today, with this purpose, I feel that, more than ever, this passion and this cultural change that we have, knowing that we play such an important and critical role in energy transition, hopefully will attract a lot of talent to join us.
So, Suzanne, there's a lot of focus on sort of large corporate DEI initiatives, but what could be done perhaps more on an individual basis?
Firstly, a shout out, especially those in senior position, and many of them are men. Please help to advocate for your female colleagues. Identify visible roles or opportunities to allow them to shine. Secondly, for everyone in our industry, let's think about how to collaborate with others who are different from us, especially the minority, and recognize them for their efforts and achievements. Lastly, when you see a bias, call it out and educate all of us about our bias so that we can continue to make progress on this inclusion and diversity journey.
I know you've been now in China for a couple of years. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you've been able to achieve on the DEI front with Exxon's China business?
Coming to China almost 3 years has been an amazing, amazing journey. Despite, all the COVID challenges, one of the nickname I was given was like the quarantine queen, because I've been going in and out, coming back to China. But on the DEI front, has been, how would I say, electrifying. In many of the conferences that I attended, that I presented, beside talking about our industry, the important role of natural gas, I weave in messages about the importance of inclusion and diversity. And such messages have been pretty new to some extent to many of the Chinese corporate players, and they are extremely interested and very, very supportive. And, many of, the female friends, other industry players has come up to me and mentioned that how PowerPlay really has transformed their career and really, make a change and make a push for their career. So, for all this achievement, I'm very humbled by them and really glad to see the progress and the positive changes that PowerPlay has brought to them.
So speaking of PowerPlay, congratulations on taking over the running of the PowerPlay platform. Would it be okay for you to sort of share your vision for the PowerPlay platform over the next couple of years?
Oh, certainly. In my mind, we want PowerPlay, all right, to play a very important role, all right, going forward. We want this platform to continue to recognize talents in our LNG industry and also in lower carbon space, especially critical in the energy transition era. Give you an example. This year, our 5th year of PowerPlay, right? We make a slight tweak on the Pioneer Award, right? The Pioneer Award honors a woman who has delivered outstanding business results or innovation and technology leadership amid the ever-evolving energy transition landscape. And we believe this slight tweaks will continue to highlight the importance of LNG and its role in energy transition while promoting innovation and technology breakthrough. Our vision is that PowerPlay is and will continue to highlight the critical role of diversity and inclusion in our industry. As we need diverse talent, Will, you mentioned that earlier on, more than ever before, to join our industry, to address our energy challenges together, which is to provide energy security and addressing carbon emission. And I believe both can be achieved.
Okay, so you mentioned the 5th year. You mentioned the new award or the tweak on the Pioneer Award. Is there anything else we can expect? So clearly we've got Gas Tech in September. Is there anything else on the PowerPlay calendar this year?
Oh, just a small plug for PowerPlay. We will launch PowerPlay, our 5th year of PowerPlay Award, officially during CERAweek in Houston on March the 8th, the Women International Day. And I look forward to meeting many of our industry experts, our energy industry elites, to say that, hey, let's come together, let's think about what can we do on the PowerPlay platform, and that it will be a great event. And at the same time, I'm honored to participate in a panel discussion on March the 8th, also during CERAweek, on diversity inclusion in energy leadership.
Fantastic. So for all of you watching, please look out for the PowerPlay launch. Applications are open from March the 8th. So for those who do want to consider applying or learn more about PowerPlay, what do they need to do?
Reach out to us. We're going to first, if you're attending CERAweek, please come and join us during the Women Energy reception. And then secondly, whether it's in LinkedIn or our LNG Twitter, you can find out more information how to submit an award for yourself if you think you're deserving. And many out there, there are many females that are well deserving. Please come forward and nominate yourself. And for the male advocates out there, if you are making a difference in the industry, in progressing inclusion and energy and diversity, and also at the same time having great commercial innovation, please nominate yourself or nominate your female colleagues as well. We look forward to seeing you all soon. And in this year Gas Tech, we will be announcing the winners in Singapore, my own home country. So look forward to seeing many of you.
Suzanne, thank you so very much for your time. Wishing you all the best at CERAweek, and look forward to speaking to you soon.
Thank you, Will. And if I may add, and I want to quote this African proverb, right? If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, let's go together. And I believe together we can make a positive difference for inclusion and diversity, and especially critical during energy transition. Thank you, Will.
Thank you, Suzanne, and thank you for joining us.
Women in LNG, in association with PowerPlay, presented by ExxonMobil.